perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years. Kevin, what's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
And now Washington starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Westbrook passes to Bryant. Dishes it to Beal. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
Oh, that's a tough finish by Beal, undaunted by the D.
Brooklyn with the ball. Passes it to Irving. Over Westbrook. No good from Irving. Westbrook with it. Guarded now by Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When he first came into the NBA, many thought Bradley Beal would be a mostly catch-and-shoot shooting guard. But this guy is proven he can definitely shoot, but there's so much more to his game. He can create for others. He can get himself off on the bounce. He is a terrific all-around guy now.
Throw good, Beal. And with Beal, Doors, he's been more aggressive at attacking the rim.
And Kevin, it's worked out for him because he's gotten to the line more, and that allows you to become a consistent scoring presence. Boy, the dynamic nature of Beal's offensive game has really elevated.
And both free throws good for Beal.
I think Bradley Beal, guys, has everything you want in a 2-guard. He's 6'5", so he's got tremendous size. He's an outstanding athlete. He's one of the purest shooters in the game. He's unafraid in the clutch. I mean, what's not to like?
Now here's Jordan. The wide open look for Durant. Gets an open look and hits.
Well, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Here's Westbrook. Great D that time from Jordan.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 6 points for Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant plays with great pace. He never allows the defense to speed him up. Just a pretty pull-up jumper.
The Wizards with another miss. The Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And that one's good, Irving.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Bryant looking over the floor. Down kicks to Westbrook. From beyond the arc, another miss by Westbrook.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 6-point game. Last time they met was in Washington.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around.
They shoot again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And there are only a handful of players who can create excitement just by being on the floor, and Griffin is one of them.
And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
And that one misses.
And for the Nets, team dinners You go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here.
Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Well, Doris, you knew that his free agency would be one of the biggest stories of the summer. Everyone tried their best to land Kevin Durant.
And even considering the injury, anyone would be willing and able to take Kevin Durant on their roster. Why? Because when he's healthy, you become an immediate contender.
Taking a look at some stats for DeAndre Jordan. Great showing for him last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. All around brilliance for him lately. And guys, he's really taken his play to another level.
Don't you get the sense, Greg, that the confidence is building game by game, and he's starting to put up the numbers that back it up?
Now here's Beal. Last game out, he had 40 points. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Blake Griffin.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Outside Westbrook. And it's Brown missing.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
It's good from long range. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Back to Westbrook. Shoots over Griffin. And that one goes long.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Pass to Irving. Over Brown. Irving misses.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Brown the pass to Beal. Here is Bryant. He kicks it to Westbrook. They need this. Good work defensively by Harden.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
KD passes to Griffin. Shoots over Brown. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Beal against Harden. Pass to Westbrook. Fires the three. Another miss by Westbrook.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And finished off by Griffin.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Well, DeAndre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Russell Westbrook. Last season, he played outstanding. First in assists, fourth in steals, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
That one falls for Hachimura. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
And so he makes both from the line. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Irving kicks to Harden. Shoots over Beal. Harden's shot is off. Wizards trail by 13. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Scott Brooks, and it's no secret they have to contain Kevin Durant. The problem is, even with the hand on his face, KD's tall enough to knock it down. Coach said, I just hope he misses. True words. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Outside, Beal. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
And I'm glad he made that one because it was starting to get embarrassing.
Brooklyn leading by 16. Outside Irving. Another shot. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Harden against Beal. The pass to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Bryant. Here's Westbrook. It doesn't go for him. Harden with the defensive effort.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Irving from long range. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Passes it to Hachimura. Rebounded by the Nets. KD's got 4 rebounds in this game. Got a piece of it. Here's Westbrook. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Westbrook's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, this guy knows how to do this in the open floor. Russell Westbrook in transition is the most dangerous player.
Jordan dishes to Harden. Here's Griffin. Misses the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Westbrook passes to Villa. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Florida, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting 2-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better.
First one falls for him.
Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Mo Wagner comes in for Thomas Bryant, and it's Bertanis in for Hachimura. And for the Wizards and their new front office doors, a tough task ahead of them.
I think so, Kevin, because first and foremost, they need to change the culture of the team, right? Too long, there had been a lack of accountability in D.C., and I think once they address that, the rest of the rebuild could come easier.
And they pick up 2. 6 points for DeAndre Jordan.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Now, here's Bertans. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. Outside Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
And here's Westbrook. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Pass to Beal. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. A nice shot by Irving.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Westbrook passes to Beal. Back to Westbrook. That one good for 2. Westbrook's got 6.
Well, Russell Westbrook has worked hard, and you can see it pays dividends in the confidence he has in the jumper.
Jordan up top. Here's Harden on the wing. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 10 points for him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Westbrook. He has 6. This one for 3. Doesn't go for him. James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
They've got Kyrie Irving. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Beal, the pass to Wagner. Over Jordan. That misses off the backboard.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Dinwiddie against Beal. Here's Irving. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Bertans, covered by Irving. Brown, good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
A nice shot by Katie.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Al Napier. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New York.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
Pass to Beal. From deep 3-point range. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. He can't hit that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. Beal against Dinwiddie. Outside Beal. Now here's Bertans. Tight defense on him, and there it is for him.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension, and what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Here's KD. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
And there's the pass to Beal. Hits it from 3-point range. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Napier covering. Irving double team. Nets passing it around. Passes to Harris. Over Bertans. Harris misses. Wizards trail by 21. Napier feeling it out a bit. Outside Beal. Over Irving. Beal can't get it to go. For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to Golden State. Dinwiddie right side. The 8-footer. The shot by Jordan, no good.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And the basket by Napier. Napier's got his first basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside Irving. Here's the floater. Washington with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And the shot goes down. Brown's got 7. Here's Irving. He's got 9. And it's Jordan to top the key. There's the dish to Dinwiddie. Drains the three-pointer. Dinwiddie's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, the long-range work from Spencer Dinwiddie. Over the years, this former second-round pick has increased his range.
Here's Beal, and Washington again with the bucket.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Pass to KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Here's Wagner. He had 10 points in the win against New York. 6 on the shot clock. Bertans in the post. KD's on him. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Wizards making a change here. Smith has checked in. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. It's good. Dinwiddie's got 5 points in the quarter.
A great size at the point guard position. Dinwiddie fantastic getting into the paint and making the defense pay.
Pass to Beal. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Wizards keeping it alive in a fresh 14-second shot clock. Here's Wagner. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Dinwiddie against Beal. Left side. Wow, hammering it in.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. A lot of players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys. Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
Brooklyn making some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Harris. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And then for Washington, Hachimura, he's checked in for Troy Brown. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Bradley Beal.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. He dishes it to Griffin. Here's Haiti. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. Bounce pass, Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Washington shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name, the champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team, led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
Here's Hachimura. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie. The Wizards have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And that one falls for Hachimura.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years, between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Tries yet again. Berton's shot is good. Berton's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Westbrook against Harden. The pass to Claxton. Shoots from the line. That one off the back iron and out. And Doris, you're right. Those picks you're referring to surrendered by the Nets in their 2013 trade with the Celtics.
And think about it, Kev. That transaction was one in a string of trades by the Nets, trading their picks for veterans. This 2019 draft, only the second time the Nets controlled their pick in the last 9 years. What they have achieved in the face of that is nothing short of remarkable.
Hachimura, the pass to Wagner. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. James Harden, number 1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
First one drops. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people who were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
And here's Westbrook from the arc, and it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Dinwiddie. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Durant's got 6 assists here tonight.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Right side, Westbrook. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Westbrook's got 8.
The slashing ability of Russell Westbrook is undeniable. Good luck keeping between him and the basket.
From 13, and the shot is long. Wizards trail by 20. From deep, and it's Westbrook again missing. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Passes it to Claxton. There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. 6 to shoot, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. .11 seconds left here in the second. Dinwiddie up top. No good. Shot missing.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And so it's Brooklyn controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 20 points, 6 assists, and 1 block. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Yeah, we saw what Durant can give you. Dead-eye shooting, off the catch, off the dribble, and in the post. And defensively, with the long arms, he seems to be in the right position to make some kind of impact.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
They relied way too heavily on three-point shots in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shot. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
His fingerprints were all over this, involving his guys with his passes, finding different ways to take advantage of the defense.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. So the Wizards 5 right now. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Brown in at the small forward position. They double team Griffin. Jordan kicks to KD. Back to Jordan. The 10-footer. Rebound by the Wizards. It's Brown on the wing. Guarded by Jordan. That's tipped. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Harden. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, hard to win if you can't get points productivity, and that's what makes this guy valuable to that second unit.
Clock at 6. Westbrook up top. Over Harden. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook has made his money right here in the mid-range. The unbelievable lift on the jumper. Good luck checking it.
Harden finds Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
90 seconds now into the second half. Shoots the 3. Bryant with the rebound.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Kicks it to Westbrook. Beal taking his time here. Goes back up. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one's good. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
Well, this guy is so special. On the attack on the interior, this guy is seeking contact. He doesn't want to avoid it.
Here's Irving. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. KD's got his 7th assist in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Westbrook. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Here's Irving, and he gets the bucket. Irving's got 13.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Another miss by Westbrook. Brooklyn leading by 22. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Westbrook missing again.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Harden's shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Beal. Good on the bucket. 13 points in the game.
This, to me, is one of Bradley Beal's advantages. The defense has got to respect the perimeter jump shot, and that sets up that dribble drive.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. From about 16, Irving can't get it to go. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Washington. Here's Westbrook, and Durant sends it back.
But Kevin Durant uses his length so well. And how about the timing to send that rejection back?
Washington's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Westbrook kicks to Beal. Back to Westbrook. Shoots a three. Kevin Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside. Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Beal against Irving. Beal can't get it to go. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 15-4 run right now. The quick look, no good that time. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, this is what the team wants to see more of from Bradley Beal. Keep pushing the action. Get yourself some easy points from the foul line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. The Wizards also changing it up. Mahimi comes in for Hachimura. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Russell Westbrook. He doesn't get the second one. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Harden against Brown. Pass to KD. Inside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, how about the quick decision-making of KD? What a fabulous job he does sifting through the defense and putting the pass on target.
Napier kicks to Beal from outside the arc. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Pass to Beal. Over Harden. Jordan with the rebound. And here are the Nets. They're on a 19-5 run here. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Napier with it. Now the pass to Beal. Looking to get back on track here. And the rejection by Harden. Harris passes to Harden. Harris inside. He's covered by Brown. Harris, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Mahimi. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Irving double team. Beal against Harden. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Beal. Can they get it? Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
This guy's in attack mode. Bradley Beal taking it strong.
Now, here is Irving. Napier covering. Passes it to KD. Shoots. Offensive rebound.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Mahimi dishes to Brown. Left side, Bryant. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Napier. Great tee that time from Irving. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. On the wing, Harris. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Bertanis, he's checked in for Washington. Smith comes in for Troy Brown.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Brooklyn's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Outside Durant. Fires from deep. Rebound, Washington. Outside, Beal. Dishes it to Smith. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
Now here's Mahinmi, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Napier. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Smith finds Mahinmi. .130 left to play in the third. And the basket by Napier.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
14 feet away. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahinmi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Wagner, he's checked in for the Wizards. There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Down low, Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Harden's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Bertans in the post, covered by Irving. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
One shot.
There's 42 seconds left in the third. Harden right side. From down in the low post, it goes. Harden's got 30 points.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Smith kicks to Beal. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Fades back. Bertans can't get it to go. And here's Harden. That shot, no good. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. It's the Nets just dominating this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Joe Harris is out there with Irving, and it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. So that's the Nets 5. 13 feet away, and it's Smith missing. It's stolen by Smith, and it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Here's Hachimura. Russ, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Harris outside. Irving against Smith. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Hachimura. And here is Bertans. And that one, good. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Pass to Karuch. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Smith, the pass to Hachimura. Poked loose, unloads from 9, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
And he makes the first. Koseknic's checked in for Davis Bertans. Both shots good from the stripe. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. There's the pass to Hachimura. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here, unable to get that one. Matthews against Harris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The 33rd pick in 2014 out of the University of Virginia. Boy, has Joe Harris found his niche the last couple of seasons as a dead-eye shooter.
That's good from Harris. And Doris, more recently, we've seen Harris's offensive efficiency go through the roof.
It really has, Kevin. And it's not just his long-range shooting. He understands that he had to be adept at attacking off the closeout because they're going to take away that three-point shooting. He's got to be able to do both, and he's proven he's willing to.
And Harris drops them both. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it. Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Smith, the pass to Hachimura. Six on the shot clock. Trying his luck from deep. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, this guy has got tremendous potential as a passer. Spencer Dinwiddie, very aware he's got to distribute the basketball.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Joe Harris. Mahimi's checked in for the Wizards. Gary Payton comes in for Hachimura.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And so Payton will bring it up for Washington. Pass to Besekniks. Kicks it to Smith. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. Right side Matthews. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. Dinwiddie against Smith. Lets a floater go. Dinwiddie's shot is off. The Wizards have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And so the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last. Now Smith. Stolen away. Here's Sampson, covered by Smith. Pass to Dinwiddie. From 13. That shot off. Now Washington takes it the other way. Matthews scanning the floor. The feed now to Mahimi. Smith right side. It's deflected. Dinwiddie passes to Luwawu. Well, some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live, because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. Garrett Temple has checked in for Brooklyn. He's perfect from the line this time. In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say, as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
That one goes in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Nets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. And the pass to Sampson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Passes it to Karuch. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one is hammered home.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Smith on the wing. Payton right side. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Bezetnik. Here's Mahinmi. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Luwawu, covered by Payton. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Temple. Pass to Sampson. To the middle. Here's Claxton, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Smith. Banked in off the glass. Smith's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Well, remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
And the Nets making a change here. Musa's checked in, and a change for the Wizards. Napier's checked in. That's off as well, so he misses both. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for Washington. With the teardrop, and the layup is up and in. Napier's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Karuch. Good D by Matthews. Payton outside to the inside. Bezetnik. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Bezetnik's got 4 points this quarter.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Temple, the pass to Karuch. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Karuch. Pass to Musa. 6 to shoot. Here's Luwawu. Over Payton. No good from Luwawu. Outside Matthews. Payton outside. The pass to Bezetnik. And he makes that one.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
The Nets have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Pass to Musa. Here's Luwawu. Here's Musa. 13 feet away. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's Payton. Basket good. Payton's got his first bucket of the night.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Kevin Durant.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Vaseknik's no good. Here's Temple. Here's Sampson, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Payton outside. Outside Matthews. Mahimi down low. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Nets. Luwawu, the pass to Musa. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win. And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Thank you.